today's video. And in today's video, I'll be doing a 2024 election prediction between AOC, Kristi, Noem. First off, by the time this video comes up, it'll probably actually be it will be yesterday's video technically. By the time this is up, it'll probably be around 1 in the morning. Second, this is just sort of an interesting matchup. These two are sort of rising stars, so to speak, in their party. AOC less. She's sort of, I guess, a risen star in the Democratic Party. But this would just be an interesting matchup. So just labeling all their safe states. So for AOC's likely states, New Mexico, Nebraska second, Minnesota and Maine at large, New Hampshire and Virginia. In New Mexico, she's gonna do probably slightly worse with Hispanic and Latino voters, and do worse with oil workers. In Virginia, she's gonna do pretty poorly with black voters, do decent in the suburbs. Sorry, I touched my mic with my hand or my palm or whatever. But Noem is probably gonna struggle to turn out as many rural voters. New Hampshire, Harris is probably gonna do slightly worse with the white rural college educated vote. I still see her doing well enough to create likely. And Maine second will probably be a little bit to the left of it. It's pretty inelastic, but in recent elections, it's been a little bit to the left. Nebraska second's kind of hard to tell. I'm gonna give it to Harris or to AOC. I see her being strong enough in the suburbs to create likely. But it could be lean. Minnesota, AOC is going to do pretty abysmal across the board. Whereas Noem's going to do well enough with the working class, do well enough in the suburbs, and do well enough with the rural vote that she'll be able to narrow it up. It could be lean, but for now I'm going to give it to AOC likely. Noem gets Nebraska's first, Iowa, Ohio, Maine second, Alaska, and South Carolina. Nebraska's first. She's probably going to do worse in the suburbs. She's a decent suburban candidate for a Republican, but they're going to continue to shift to the left. Iowa, she has enough populist appeal. She has enough appeal to Midwestern rural voters. Ohio, she has the appeal to rural voters. She has the appeal to the working class. Some appeal, not like bags of it. She doesn't necessarily have phenomenal appeal with any demographic. Maybe suburban voters. But she's going to do decent with the working class, do decent with rural voters, and do decent with suburban voters. Maine second, she just has the populist appeal against someone like AOC. South Carolina, she's going to get less rural turnout, whereas AOC is probably going to get less black turnout, so it'll probably actually shift to the right, because the difference in less turnout will probably be larger. Or difference, whatever. In Alaska, we're going to see more and more Native American voters turning out, which will shift the state to the left. I don't see AOC doing phenomenally with Native American voters. I don't see AOC doing phenomenally with oil workers. For AOC's lean state, she gets Nevada and Michigan. Nevada it'll probably be more competitive. Noem's going to do pretty decent with the rural vote. AOC's going to actually, it might not be more competitive. It kind of depends on AOC's chunk with the Hispanic Latino vote. Either way, it'll probably still be lean. Michigan, AOC is going to struggle with the black vote and struggle in the suburbs. But Noem is also going to struggle with the rural vote and struggle with the working class. I think that overall, the Rust Belt as a whole probably shifts like 1% to the right. So, Michigan will probably be more like 1.8 as opposed to 2.8. For her lean state, she gets Texas, Florida, and North Carolina. Texas, Texas is likely, my bad. Texas, Noem's gonna get pretty decent rural numbers, against them, or AOC is gonna get low turnout, but Noem's also gonna get, sorry, my mic just slipped, kind of, hit my chin or whatever, or somewhere on my face, but Noem is strong enough for rural voters against someone like AOC. She's strong enough in the suburbs. AOC is weak enough with the Hispanic and Latino vote to the point where it could be likely. North Carolina, AOC is going to do pretty poorly with the black vote and do pretty poorly in the suburbs. Noem's going to do well enough with the working class and do well enough with rural voters that it stays lean. Florida, AOC is gonna really struggle with the Hispanic Latino vote. Or at least in Miami. And Noem's gonna do decent with older white voters and with suburbanites. So for the tilt states that kind of decide everything, AOC gets Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Kristi Noem gets Arizona, Wisconsin, Georgia. So in Pennsylvania, AOC is gonna do well enough. There's gonna be less turnout, but I see AOC doing well enough, even with less turnout, to the point where, because I think that we're probably gonna see Noem's turnout decrease at a smaller rate than AOC, so it'll probably shift to the left, but it's not gonna be that significantly smaller to the point where AOC doesn't carry it. But I could see it. I could see it easily being till R. In Arizona, Noem's gonna do well enough in the traditionally conservative suburbs, especially against someone like AOC. Georgia, AOC is going to really struggle with the black vote, whereas Noem's going to do well enough with the rural vote. Wisconsin, once again, the entire Rust Belt is probably going to shift a little bit to the right for the reasons that I've laid out, or I guess reason. So it'll probably be tilt to Noem. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. Stay tuned for my next video tomorrow. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please comment your suggestions down below. Next video is either probably going to be significantly later today or tomorrow. Yeah, so hope to see y'all there. Bye.